guys, welcome back. Thanks for being here. So today I am talking about Anime Matsuri 2019 that was hosted in George R. Brown Convention Center in downtown Houston, Texas. I have actually attended this year, last year, and in 2017. I went in 2017 mainly for Saramu. That video is on this channel as well, if you didn't already know. And last year was all Sailor Moon oriented events. It was awesome. Also videos on the channel as well. And this year they didn't really do a lot of Sailor Moon things, but I did go for one person in particular. That would be Mignogna. I wanted to meet him because in 2017 I was there for his panel with him and Romy Park, the Japanese voice for Edward Elric, and it was an awesome panel. And I do have a video coming up with that, with some clips from that and a lot of clips from all three of his panels that he did this year, which were awesome. But this video is mainly to talk about AM and places that I feel that they could improve upon. As someone that has attended the last couple of years, I definitely noticed a different vibe this year. And it really felt like they were so overly concerned with the big events, the concerts, the J-Fashion show, the cosplay show, and the JVAs, the Japanese voice artists that they brought here, which is awesome. That's great. But I heard some issues with that. I heard that people that paid up to $150 for autographs didn't get them because people with the super passes got them. So that was really crazy because honestly, I don't even think they could get a refund on that. So they basically paid $150 extra for nothing. So if that's the case, I really hope that they rectify that maybe next year. Or maybe give those people back their money since they didn't get anything for it. I don't know, that would infuriate me. Another thing I heard was the Maid Cafe or the Butler Cafe, not sure which one, they ran out of ramune. One of them ran out of ramune, and I'm really trying to figure that one out because you have to literally buy a ticket and reserve what you want to eat or drink. So I'm really confused as to how they ran out of something when they have a list of reservations and what they need for each reservation. So that one's kind of weird, but I myself had a ticket last year and I actually didn't go because I ran into a girl in line last year that told me she went, and she told me her experience was not that great. And then on top of that, they took her cell phone when she went in, and that was a big no-no for me. I am not about to give my $1,000 phone to someone I don't even know. I don't even like handing it over to people I do know. And my reasoning for that is if someone takes my phone, mistakes it for theirs, you lose it, you drop it, is the con going to, are they going to, fix that? I doubt it. And I don't like the whole, I have to hand over my phone to do this. And what I didn't like even more is that there was no mention of that in the information when you buy the ticket online. And I think something like that really should be mentioned because people, our whole lives are on our phones. Like I said, I'm not about to hand over my life to someone I don't know. So that's just a pet peeve of mine, just saying. So maybe put that information in the ticket information on Eventbrite. Just a thought. So anyway, like I said, I went for Vic and to meet up with a friend, and you might know him. He's Moon Prism Studios. We met up again, our year anniversary of meeting, and we had an awesome time. He really did help make the con much more enjoyable for me. Check him out. He does great unboxings for Sailor Moon. I will say the Super Pass Lounge was a super fail. It was a joke. I know on one of Denise Lay's lives, YouTube Live, she said that there would be couches. There were no couches. There were card tables, metal chairs, some fruit, bottled water, and that was it. It was a curtained off square, no clear entrance or exit, no security, anybody could walk in. Really, what was that? So please improve upon that, because that was laughable if it wasn't so sad. Like, I was just like, what is this? Um, the panels overall, I felt were very disorganized. Um, there was a lot of rescheduling, moving to other rooms, things starting late, getting canceled. I know that the Hentai Fest started almost an hour and a half late and only lasted 30 minutes. It was slotted to last 2 hours, and people had to pay an extra ticket. It was $5, but it was $7 really with the service charge through Eventbrite. But still, you had to buy an extra ticket. And I get why they had you buy an extra ticket, because last year, Hentai Fest was chaos. But seriously, 30 minutes, that's not great. And I personally went to a panel that I was waiting for. Over 30 minutes past the start time, we get told it's been canceled. The lady representing the con said that it was the guest who did not communicate with them. Going to that guest Twitter, they said that the con did not communicate with them. So regardless of who is saying true here, when your own guests are saying that they do not feel that you're being communicative, that's a problem. Again, room for improvement. Okay. Now, this is not me trying to say that the whole staff and volunteers don't work hard. I know they do, but there's a difference between working hard and working smart. And there's a few volunteers that I personally just wanted to go off on at some point, because the volunteers either had no information or they had a chip on their shoulder, or both. And it was very frustrating. I know that they don't get paid, but they also know as volunteers what they're getting into. They can't say that they don't. I just feel like there's no consequences for the volunteers, so they just don't care. And a lot of them seem to be there for a free ride to the con. Now, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying that there were several of them that I have come across, especially this year, that just didn't really seem to care. And I have heard that from other people I saw at the con as well. And speaking of other people that I've talked to at the con, there were several that I spoke to that they had their information all messed up, or they didn't really know what was happening. I think this goes back to one of the things is that I notice on their website, there's not a ton of information, and they always say, go to Denise Lay's lives. Well, not everybody has time to sit there and watch a 2-hour live every week, And while I'm appreciative for the information you get from it, and that's honestly the only reason I had any information was from the lives. So my suggestion is, whatever you say in the lives, condense that, put it on your website, put it on your Twitter, your Instagram, and your Facebook. Definitely put it on your Facebook, because I didn't see it. If it was there, I didn't see it, and I looked. So, it was all go to the live. Well, again, not everybody has 2 hours a week to sit there and watch a live. The information, people were like so confused as to when the actual con started. One couple said they drove down and they came on Wednesday thinking that, the main days were Thursday and Friday, or they weren't sure when it started. I ran into several people who were very confused about that. So again, goes back to communication. Communication was not stellar this year. Clearly, it shows that they were so concerned about the big events that everything else seemed to fall to the wayside. There is too much money involved paying to come to this thing for panels to be canceled, panels to start that late, panels to be cut short. People expect a certain caliber, and that level was not hit this year. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like I said, I came for Vic, and I also came for Godzilla. And, I came to meet a friend, and we had fun. And, those were the only real pleasures that it afforded for me. It was a little frustrating. I know that things get crazy with big cons. I get that. But there has to be a better way, because I've seen them do it. Last year was amazing. They were on point last year. And I saw Denise all over the con last year. This year, I saw her once. I saw John more than I saw Denise. And I felt Denise's presence. She was very present last year. And this year, I only saw her once. And I just felt like just everything else just got thrown to the wayside. It just wasn't as important as the big events. And you have to distribute your care and attention to everything. And speaking of that, I was really hoping, like last year, we would get a list of the vendors and the map of where they're located in the vendor's room. We did not get that this year. And I really wished we had, because it really made things a lot easier. I didn't even need a printout of it. Putting it online would have been nice, just even on the website or the app. And that was another problem. The Android app, the new app that they had, the Android side was not updating. So I had to go to their website to get updates on all the panels that were being rescheduled or canceled or whatever. So it was a little chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just very glad that I got to see Vic's, all three of Vic's panels. I got to meet him, and that was awesome. So I'm glad. It's just the communication and organization was just really lacking, unfortunately. And like I said, the volunteers, they weren't very helpful. I personally didn't run into a helpful one. I'm not saying that they don't work hard to put this on. I know they work all year round to put AM on. I know it takes a lot of energy, but like I said, I've seen them do this awesomely in past years. So I know that they can do that. I don't feel that I'm asking outside of the realm of reason here. And I felt really kind of bad for when Nervo came on at Club AM, because the first two acts were great. And then Nervo came on and people just started leaving, which I kind of was worried that might happen. I don't know. I think, I think AM should really look into like Paul Van Dyke or Armin van Buren or somebody like that. Or if you really want to get someone cool, bring Scooter. Okay. He only plays in like Germany and Sweden. That'd be a pull right there. He's amazing. He's rock, electronica, and house. I mean, you can't get any better than that. But I mean, seriously, or DJ Irene, like, let's go for somebody that people actually know, because I got to be honest, I'd never heard of Nervo until AM started talking about them. And I mean, the girl on stage, her sister didn't make it due to a medical emergency, but she was cute. She was fun. She was clearly into what she's doing, but it didn't mesh. I don't know how to explain it, but it was okay. Like I personally wasn't feeling it, but music is art, and art is subjective. So, to each their own. But I did notice the crowd thin out quite a bit when she hit the stage. So bottom line, I really hope that communication is worked on. I hope that, the care and attention are spread out to all aspects of the con and not just the main few big events. And, they step it up next year and definitely work on that Super Pass Lounge, because I just felt like the Super Pass Lounge was, like a lot of other aspects of the con, just an afterthought. And just work smart, not hard. But on that note, I am going to have another video coming up with all of my Vic Mignogna video and clips from his panels. So stay tuned for that, guys. And I will see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.